Geez, what happened to my hair this morning? Good morning, everybody. Looks kind of weird. Do I look weird? I do. Good morning. Man, I hope everybody's having a beautiful weekend. I hope you've been doing some cool stuff, decompressing, not working, taking care of yourself, hopefully not having to manage too much of, housework, care, all of that, unless you really want to. Hope you're having some time to spend with friends, loved ones, hobbies, video games, whatever it is you do. We played some board games yesterday, which was extremely nice. I'm reaching that age where I'm a bit on the fence about learning a new board game mechanic every Saturday, honestly. Especially since we're in a friendship bubble that likes complex board games, right? That take a little bit longer to learn and to play, and every time you have to learn a new board game, then it becomes a bit tedious. Somebody brings a new game to the table and has to explain the rules, which some people are not that good at. I'm not that good at either if I don't make a plan for it. And it takes forever to learn, and then it takes a while to get into the game. The first time you play it, it always feels like this is a trial. You're not really sure what you're doing. And honestly, I think finding a good mix between games that you already know and appreciate and learning new games, it's super important. If you're into board games and you want your friends to play a new board game with you, I think a very, very important thing you can do is actually share the game. You want to play with them ahead of time with them. Maybe also link a YouTube tutorial. This is something that people appreciate, or a quick start page or something like that. Have them do their homework, which is so fun, right? Doing homework ahead of time before starting playing a game. But anyway, this is how weird we are. And then get into the game and gaming night. I think that's how you should be handling that. I think it's super, super difficult to just, for me, like, waste a lot of your Saturday gaming time reading up on rules, trying to understand something, and then jumping into the game, playing once, and then being a bit frustrated that you didn't get half of the mechanics and kind of lost. Anyway, overall, playing board games is visiting, checking in with your friends, spending time with your friends. So I guess winning is not important. Who am I kidding? Winning is super important to me. I'm very competitive when I play board games. My friends, I don't know if they enjoy it a lot. Sometimes I can be difficult when playing board games with them, but yeah. I guess this is it. It is what it is. You should watch me. You should watch me playing backgammon in Greece back in my teens. It was intense. There was a lot of swearing and yelling, and it was a very, very passionate, very important, high-stakes situation, right? Sitting at a table with a friend, drinking coffee, playing backgammon, and just swearing and cursing their mothers and families just because they had a good dice roll and you didn't. I guess this is how it has to be, right? Anyways, honestly, I really want to get into some gaming this morning without too many talk and introductions. I just realized I loaded up Rogue Trader earlier. There's been a couple of patches, and honestly, I realized I wasn't as far along the game as I thought I was. Technically, we didn't even cover the prologue yet. So yeah, I thought we'd just jump right into it and see where the hell we left off and how that story is gonna progress. So without further ado, where the hell have we been? We've been, yeah, what she says here. We're somewhere in the belly of our flagship at the moment. Our captain, the rogue trader, Theodora von Valancius, has ordered us. We've been, our ship has been under attack by some foreign forces, Aparian, also some heretics, science of chaos, or whatever you want to call them. And yeah, we're currently trying to make our way to the Void Ship Bridge in order to ensure that the ship is able to leave what is technically, what is it called in 40k lore? Basically, we're currently in subspace and we need the ship to leave subspace in order for everybody to be safe. And yeah, the only way to do that is to sync up with the navigator at the bridge. Also, Conrad and Edelthrud are at the bridge, so I guess we're kind of preparing for a boss battle ahead. And seeing how that works out for us. The Weregreen's +5 toughness if their intelligence is less than 35. Grace of the Oblivious. That's a beautiful Xeno artifact. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Grants +5 fellowship for each enemy in a 5 2-cell radius. Rogue Trader's Claw. I'm just gonna put that on. Got what's that? Commerce and lore. Yeah, why not? What are we wearing? We have this sword here. We have a small laser pistol and a psychic staff. He's wearing a shield, which is good. He should be wearing a shield. Yeah, he can use that. That's good. Come on. Abelard, since you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, buddy. Let's give you a bit more. Look at that. We finally found out how to hide helmets because nobody needs helmets, right? Helmets suck. Here you go. Beautiful. Right. So, off we pop, I guess. Isn't there, give me a second. Where can I?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Yeah, buddies. Here. Look, I knew it. Well, there's not a lot of people right around here right now, so that looks better. Oh, don't reset that. That looks good.
None shall stand in my way.
Perfect. So, oh, we stopped right before the bridge, actually. Okay, I didn't know that. So, I guess there's a boss battle ahead. Okay. Does anybody remember? Where are we? This is the bridge officer. Okay, this doesn't look good. This does not look good. There's Conrad here. There's 3 overseers. This is where Ethelthrat is. So I guess we're in for a little surprise. Let's see what happens.
The first sacrifice opens the
Ooh, okay.
The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Somebody's having a little fun with a little heretic ritual.
Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. But if there is any honor in you, we can at least die with dignity and give our lives for the rogue traitor.
Okay. Oh yeah, I led my people out of the fiery trap on the officer's deck and arrived too late to rendezvous with Ethelthrat, which was the iconoclast choice, I think. Also, give me a second. I just remembered. Give me a second. I just remembered I still had the chat blur on from the Final Fantasy stream. Here we go. Yeah, I made the decision to lead my people out of the fiery trap on the officer's deck and arrived too late to rendezvous with Ethelthrat, which was the iconoclast choice that I could have made in that instance. And I've been thinking about that, whether I still want to lead into the iconoclast playthrough or whether I want to go a little bit more Imperium leaning. Usually, honestly, I don't like the Imperium and chaotic choices because they're both pretty bad. Honestly, they're not nice. But let's see. We're definitely not going to go heretic, I think. But let's have a look. Theodora von Valancius is dead. I found her and the arch-militant in her study.
God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head.
That is true, man.
No
But-
matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
That's dark, buddy. Can you see those spots popping up here? Yeah, about that ritual, buddy.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. The ship can still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communication between the bridge and the navigator's sanctum. That sounds like a...
Words worthy of a righteous...
Yeah, I knew Argento was gonna like that, right?
Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge.
Okay, got it, Idira. Got it.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
That's exactly what I said, buddy. Can somebody just... Could have he just stopped the ritual? You can see Conrad clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he's holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer on them.
We are out of time.
You see a wave ripple across the whites of Ethelthrad's eyes as they begin to turn a sickly yellow. You duplicitous cur.
What? Theodora is dead. No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
This is interesting because we thought that Conrad had killed Theodora, right? And he obviously hasn't.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Edelsrad, don't!
You gonna do something dumb?
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Oops. That doesn't look too good for us. Right. What are we doing here? Prepare for battle. Chaos spawn. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? There's some heretic cutthroats here. There's some crew officers here. Right. Honestly, I think... Well, we are gonna... So Rude and Argenta are going first, and then the Chaos spawn, then Adira, and, well, Abelard is last. So that's gonna suck a little bit. But honestly, is there anything else to interact with? Could have interacted with that. But okay. There's nothing here, right? On the other side. Okay, good. So I'm gonna put Argenta here. Honestly, let's move the warrior up. Argenta here. Abelard. And then we have Adira somewhere here. The problem is we won't be able to use her. You will encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to an enemy's portrait indicates that they are under the influence of some kind of effect. Click right mouse button on the effects icon to see more details. If you wish to learn more about an enemy, click right mouse button on their portrait. Okay, so what's your... Okay, you've got permanent armor. The creature's armor depends on the amount of its wounds. If it has more than 70% of its wounds, it has 55% armor. Also, it always suffers plus 20% toxic and fire damage. So we should be firing up the damage, right? Cost 1 AP. 1 AP. Okay, we've got 4. We can charge him, right? Which costs 2 AP. Anyway, we should also be buffing. The point is, I think we should charge that guy. Wow, I did like a little bit of damage.
Suits my purpose.
Ah, better than nothing, right? So, let's run and gun, come on.
Faith without deeds is
Where are we
worthless.
going to? Where are you running and gunning to? I think we're just gonna run here. And then give it a couple of shots.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Yes. You did good.
I'll do it.
Yes. That was gorgeous. To use the unique abilities called heroic acts or desperate measures, momentum is required. Depending on the actions of your party in combat, the momentum bar will increase or decrease. A high momentum value allows a character to use a heroic act. A low value grants access to desperate measures. Oh, okay. Got it. Both abilities can completely change the course of a battle, but every party member can either use one or the other, and only once in a single combat. Okay, but we're already here, right? Heroic act. Soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's fire rate using the weapon attack. We could just... That's actually a good thing. Let's go. Come on. I mean, it's just single shot. Come on. Yes. Very nice. Let's get some people shot here. Oh boy.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor.
Okay, that was... Okay. Can I reach him actually? That's insane. And it shouldn't be 95% at that range, but I assume this is still like a...
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Nice. You did good. I think there's nobody else left except for the crew officers, so I think we're... I think we're doing it.
But of course. On it.
Let's put a bit of... I mean, the problem is that we don't actually want
Was that you?
veil degradation to reach a critical point, right? So... Oh, look, there's some crew officers here. We're continuously taking damage for some reason. I think this is not... Let's go. I could charge that guy, right?
At your beck and call.
One round Navy officer and the allies in 3-cell radius. Okay, that's nice. Let's go. Restores all AP and MP, gains 3 MP until the end of the turn. I could do that, right? Let's go.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
Let's kick some butt here. Yeah, that was good.
All too easy. Suits my purposes.
That was it, right? Nice. That was pretty decent. Honestly, Argenta has nothing much to do here. She can just
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
run over here and then... Ah, okay. That was just her movement from Abelard's brace for impact. This is actually a cool thing, to be honest.
At your beck and call.
Not a problem for me.
How are we doing with veil degradation? Huh.
I will endure.
Honestly, I just love how fast Argenta is. That is such a versatile build. I actually hated her when I first tried playing the game, but I think now I get it. Yeah, I should have done that. That would have been a cool option, but anyway. Somebody died? Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. How about we move over here where there's no asset and then just throw a couple of debuffs. Honestly, I have problems properly utilizing Idira because I don't know whether I want to lean into her psionic skills or make her like a proper sniper. And I didn't find a gun yet, which kind of sucks. So she's a bit useless, to be honest. What is defensive? Stalwart defense. Okay, this is a shield ability. Marks enemies within the area of effect and immediately ends the turn. Until the start of the next turn, the wheeler gains plus 15% block against the first attack made by that. Okay, that is just a shield bash. Okay, this is nice.
Target well.
So I could do both. Oh, no, I can't. Okay.
Victory is imminent.
Come on, let's just kill that guy. Do I still have the... How long does Iron Arm... Okay, so I don't have to... Until the end of combat. I don't have to do that each round, honestly. Here we go.
Was your biggest mistake.
Look at us. Look at us. Killed our first. Is that a demon? It's not a demon, right? It's just... What do we find here? Gloves of Endurance, Mantle of Heroism, and a Blade Shard. Whenever the wearer of these gloves suffers an injury, all falls unconscious in battle. Their allies gain a +1 bonus to damage. Okay. Requires Iconoclast Follower. Each heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge by 20%. Okay. So... Okay, I did one... I made one Iconoclast choice, right? Out of multiple that are possible. This is heretical. This is dogmatic. Ah, okay, rank 1 follower. This is what they mean. So apparently some of the items here will have requirements as to how... Yeah, come on, let's go. So, but we have to actually find the navigator and get our cute little ship out of that warp. Enforcers, okay. I think we're fine. How do we get there? Is there a way to get there? I don't know.
The air.
Rival, Master Helm's
Ah, here we go.
system status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
How did you people survive here? I like Ravor, by the way. He looks really cool. I love his portrait.
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
We need to re-establish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard coughs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
A ritual?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, mistress. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please hurry. Every second
This
we
is
waste
gorgeous.
a
This is
terrible
absolutely
risk.
lovely.
Take the Lord Captain's seat.
Yeah, it's all good. Sorry. The extent to which technology is absolutely diffuse and not understandable and just arcane is amazing. I completely forget whenever I encounter the Warhammer universe how the world building treats technology about something that is quasi religious and not understood at all. And they've built this kind of rituals around them in order to interact with technology. And I think they've done an amazing job of transferring that into the game. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents, invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, pours into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
Okay, oppose destiny itself. You let. Okay, so I love how you can see which decisions in the game actually have consequences and how they affect the way that the game interacts with you. This is actually a nice idea. Resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. I was wounded by a corrupted weapon which led to a warp entity invading my mind. Yeah, that happened. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. You are to blame for Theodora's death?
I am the beginning and the end and all that courses in between. I am the voice of the truth that is destined to triumph. For this triumph is the terminal point of every twisted maze of fate.
Okay.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Well, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be by your side, but... So the aspirant is Theodora, right?
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave keys to salvation, the thread that will guide you, and the weapon of our return to me.
Okay, Adira.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
We made it out alive?
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
Oh no.
it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lady. It is because of her toils that we all still live.
Is it I? Is it me? Am I the new rogue trader? Oh my, this comes as such a surprise.
The deed is done, mistress. My apologies.
Lord
I meant
Captain.
to say Lord Captain.
Yeah.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived, and through the strength of her resolve, saved those who were counting on her for protection.
So I guess we're the Lord Captain now? That is such a cool throne, man. Open the cargo management screen to learn more about the cargo on your flagship, the amount, the types, and the percentage of cargo being filled up. Okay. Well then, your ladyship. This is no way to address me, Abelard. You cannot help but notice that the Seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will be also their first briefing. We sustain massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. How did we come to lose so many officers? I think there was an insurrection and then there was a lot of fighting on the ship and people died. It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising given that their informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. You surely misspoke. I am the lady captain, am I not? I do not wish to be the rogue trader. I am ready to start the briefing. There is no mistake, your ladyship. Lady Theodora before you was also the Lord Captain. Do not take your title literally. Think of it as a sacred rank that remains unchanged no matter who bears the warrant. You have been chosen by the Emperor to carry the honorable burden of the rogue trader. High Gothic, whence this title originates, is a highly formal language, and so a certain level of inflexibility is to be expected. Okay, so this is about pronouns. Okay, I am still the Lord Captain, not the Lady Captain. What do we have on the agenda? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I am still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort. Even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the ship we are currently in, of the system we are currently in. So prepared to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your ladyship. Looking forward to it. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their new Lord Captain. Cool. Good stuff. Have you succeeded in tracking down Voidveer? I didn't even know that was a task at hand. Abelard grits his teeth. No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking on the ship's many corridors, but frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now 1 shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all he has wrought. Well, then let's start the officers' briefing and see what needs to be done for this little ship of ours. A dozen pair of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention officers, you have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Root von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Yawn. I haven't the time to be listening to every last officer on this hulking rig. Abelard, give me a précis. What are the major problems and what needs to be done? That feels kind of... man. I don't like to be that kind of person, to be honest. So, who do we have here? We have Vigdis Suriata of the Talisman line, the new Voxmaster, which is a piece of technology used to communicate. Okay, so basically communications officer, right? Yeah, this is exactly what you look like. It is an honor to serve your ladyship. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. There's Ravor, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us. We've already met. He's the cool older dude with the profile and the nose. I like him. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum generous Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Oh man, why does the guy who takes care of, always have to be like this opulent, thick kind of guy? I don't know. Embroidered jacket, heavy-set man with oiled hairs offers an obsequious smile and bows. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Okay. In the second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fire. I love that this is like the guy who takes care of putting out fires. This is a vital function. It needs to have a dedicated officer. Like putting out fire is like a dedicated position on this ship. And then we have the Drives Master, which is a servant of the Omnissiah. Omnissiah is the machine god, a supernatural entity, god of all knowledge, worshipped by the Adeptus Mechanicus. The 3 officers salute you. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachary Weiss, head of the Astropath section. It's Astropath. Powerful sanctioned psyker who can send and receive messages through space using their telepathic abilities. Okay, he's like long-range communications guy. Okay. He's in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the von Valancia's protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodora's passing and Conrad's Voigtveer tragedy. I will deliver a report to your ladyship on the Astropath's progress as soon as it is possible. It is equally regrettable that 2 more individuals, geez, Louise, could not join us at the briefing. The Master-at-Arms and Confessor Adalbert. The eminent Adalbert must see to the funeral services being held for the fallen officers, of whom there are too many for him to take leave. And Mistress Sauerback, who has replaced her late predecessor as a Master-at-Arms, is currently leading the search for any surviving agents. Good. So, what are the reports? Infernus Master's report. Yes, Lord Captain. I can report that all fires across the decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. Okay. High Factotum. We are toiling night and day to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your ladyship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hand for attention. Yeah. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykard Minoris. However, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting to the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. Okay. So, new quest. New blood. The crew losses suffered during the cultist raid can be remedied on Rykard Minoris. Especially true given Caligus Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later. Look at that. He seems like a nice guy. What about the Drives Master? The foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. A spirit believed by the adherent of the cult Mechanicus to inhabit and control any technology in existence. This is how technology works, right? Man, this is... I just gotta love it. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging his sorrow and anger. Okay, so the warp engine is mourning. Is that what you're saying? That the Engine Seer Prime, Overseer and Spiritual Authority of all Tech Priests fell in battle. A Tech Priest whose specialization is the maintenance and repair of sacred machines. Okay, so we don't have somebody that can repair the machines. Also, the machines are mourning The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him, a most terrible loss. There is no one among our comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension equals that of the fallen Magus. Mages? Require a replacement. Okay. So, the void ship requires a new engine seer who may be found somewhere in the system. Okay. What else? Helmsman Ravor. Cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. We need an engine seer prime. We need a navigator who fell in battle. We have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside a warp, I don't know what'll happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces or all of us melting into the bulkheads. I like this guy. If you will allow me to interject, when we arrived in this system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a novice nobility station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located the navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck. The void ship needs a navigator. One may be found on the Navis Nobility Station. Sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull. As if in response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the demon that appeared before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. Okay, demon. If I were you, I'd grab the chance with both hands. Or else you'll soon be eyeing upstairs asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we could go around the system till your heads are swimming, as long as the Promethium and supplies last. Really, you call the fuel for your ships Promethium, buddies? Really? That's a bit on the nose, but okay, Promethium, right. Broad term for combustible fuel. I mean, you could have just said gas, but Promethium is so much cooler, right? And if any thick as grok shit lowlives come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out. So don't you worry on that score. So, my job's simple, maintain the arsenal on fire when I'm told. But just ask anyone, we've got no able crew. No, Lord Captain. Okay, buddy, you just said we have no Lord Captain. The ship's in ruins. Every second officer's dead, and now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us out of the void knows where. Silence! Enforcers! Seize this mutineer! Oh, man. There's a decision coming up, and he's not gonna like it. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all, your ladyship. I do humbly apologize on behalf of this entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides, find a replacement, that is, for we already have one lined up. I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment of weakness, not after the terrible attack we've endured. Dogmatic. Execute him. Man, I don't think I can do that. Experienced Masters of Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason he may remain in post. I leave his punishment at your discretion. Honestly, I don't feel like I can kill him, man. I can't bring that. Let's just be nice. Cease your sniveling, you disgrace yourself and your entire clan. Enough. The hysterics are over. Let us resume. Summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members and we require a new engine seer, prime and navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Captain. But bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship system must be properly inspected, which can only be carried out on Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in this system. Okay, so we've got our way cut out for us. What can you tell me about the system? Okay, Vox Master. Rykard star system and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your ladyship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in this system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navi's nobility station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid on the system, and Rykard Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. All right. So, your ladyship, there is one other thing, a confidential matter of the utmost importance. Your internally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronus Expanse. Okay. I will be honored to fulfill the Inquisitor's commission. I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XZ. You are referring to the contents of that note, I presume? Yes, quite. Savior Salcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrichs van Kalox, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system and we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any further information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system may know something. That is all of it. You have a great deal of work ahead of you. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Valencia's protectorate. Okay. We're gonna manage. Dira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time. Daybreak. Bring the witch to heel. Damn it, your ladyship. Here's the thing. I was trying to see the intermediate future and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way and I can't make out what it is no matter how hard I try. Single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn and it's still ringing and ringing like an echo. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? We can not extract the information from value of any of these single words. Can you tell us anything else? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once, and I can't make sense of any of it. Lord Captain, you want me to take a closer look into your future? Find me on the bridge and we can talk. Okay. So we can talk to Adira and... Give me a second. Can we just use the map here? Yeah, that's nice. Cool. Let's talk to Adira and Argenta, and then hopefully we can jump on the next quest.
Trader.
You said you have a personal request for me.
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader. The accursed servants of Chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancia's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, The children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the rogue trader could meet with the orphans?
I will meet with them. No formality needed. These are the children of people who gave their lives for the dynasty.
I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart.
Right? This is the right thing to do, I guess. The motley group of adolescents do not take their eyes off you, gazing at you as if you were a creature straight from a fairy tale. Our defatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. It is hardly the Schola Progenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction. Brave ones, the master of this ship has appeared before you, one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Reach your Lord Captain. You notice Infernus Master Heinrich Montek standing a few paces away from the orphans. He watches you with approval and bows respectfully when you meet his gaze. Grandly address the group. Yeah, I, the rogue trader and Lord Captain, speak to you now. Your parents gave their lives for a just cause. Yeah. Only a few at the far end of the row seem sullen and not particularly impressed by your speech. One of the scowling visitors with a thin scar across his face tosses his head back and says bitterly, "So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for you noble lot, and you just give us speeches." Punish the troublemaker. Address the group. If you have something to say, say them without fear. I will listen. Rest assured you won't be abandoned. It doesn't matter what we say. It won't bring our parents back, and it won't change our fates either. We'll keep slaving away on this ship until we drop and die like our folks. Or worse. I understand your grief and dismay. Your parents died. It's not an easy thing to go through, but they gave their lives for the truth, for the good of the whole ship, for the Imperium. Do not speak of their honorable fate with anger and disdain. Her words carry the wisdom of the Imperium. Of course they do. Avalon gives a sign and servants immediately emerge carrying packaged treats with von Valancias emblazoned on their wrappers. It appears that the Seneschal came prepared for any contingency. Yeah, they get like little goodie bags with like imperial logos emblazoned on them. Regenta rubs the temple pensively. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay. Man. Honestly, these weird leadership decisions where I'm supposed to just execute people, I'm not feeling it. I am really not feeling it. I don't think I will be able to do a dogmatic playthrough of this game, unfortunately. So, there's also, this is Argenta. This is Adira. Jeez. Where is she? This is weird. She down here? Yes, she's down here. Yeah. Wow, that was really fast. The tall, middle-aged woman stares straight ahead, her eyes vacant. What awaits me in the future?
All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you. Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained. Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, Rogue Trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion. A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks and the scent of oil confound his nose. A chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his mistress, or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord? The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it? I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in somehow, but for now...
What's it like being a psyker will be a weird question from my side.
What are you talking about, Lord Captain?
Never mind.
The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices, ones that whisper to her about corruption and heresy. The silly girl doesn't realize that if she wants to find the source, she needs to start by looking in her own head.
Okay.
Of course. Always at your service, whenever you need me.
This is interesting. So I think... I don't know, is there anybody else we can talk to? There's Abelard here. Can he provide any additional insight?
Lord Captain. A noble aspiration, Lord Captain.
Outline the situation. Who are the main players? Yeah,
as you wish, Lord Captain. Lord
I think we're good for now. Let's pick up the map and do some things, right? Star systems. The events of Rogue Trader take place in a vast region of space known as the Coronus Expanse. This sector is composed of numerous star systems. Okay. This is the map of such a system. Each star system contains objects you can interact with. Okay, there's an unidentified void ship here. Oh, Lord Captain, Astropathic Choirmaster Zachary Weiss is asking to speak to you via the private channel. Okay, buddy. Okay. You're definitely seeing and hearing stuff. This is like grimdark version of Geordie LaForge. Yeah, your ladyship, I can report that the choir is listening tirelessly to the Immaterium in the hope of picking up voices from the dynasty's ships. However, we have heard something horrifying instead. Amid the Immaterium's tumult, something is screaming. This scream is driving our choir mad. Until it stops, we have no hope of contacting any of the dynasty's worlds. It is coming from the Rykut system's astropathic station. I don't think we have been introduced. What is the nature of this scream? We do not know, your ladyship, but it has brought the Immaterium to a boil. It has always been a violent, roaring ocean that could spell doom to any who would consider stepping into its waters. But now, however, has become a cradle of madness. Okay, a mighty warp storm the likes of which I cannot recall rages in the Empyrean, and it fills me with terror. Oh, then we're gonna have to look at it, man. No worries. Where are we? This is the Navis Nobility Station, right? This is the Astropathic Station. This is Rykard Minoris. This is Rykard Philia, the prison planetoid. Let's start with Rykard Minoris. I think there's a lot to do here. And then we'll see. Okay. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Holy shit. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who died on the ship's bridge, and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? As if on its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the disc, the sole remnant of Voigtvir's weapons, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. The dead only draw closer and closer. Your fingers involuntarily tighten around the shard and its sharp edge cutting into your palm. An unbearably bright light floods everything around, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon, a skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design, and an unusual hilt, adorned with the image of a closed eye. I'm gonna throw the demon plate away and yell never, right? Resisting your fate is futile. Is it though? You awaken from the vision, kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste in your tongue. Your head is ringing and you struggle to recall those faces. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. Quest failed. The call of... Okay, how did I... Okay. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach a shaking hand for your vox and call for a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the void. Okay. Okay, so that was a decision. That was actually like... The powerful warp entity promised the Rogue Trader might and power if she managed to become the new champion of chaos. So I guess we're not becoming the new champion of chaos. Finally, some additional cloaks. What's in the vault? Nothing. So we already looked into the vault. That's good, right? I think there was also... Give me a second here. I hate these maps. They are so hard to... These are the bad chambers, I guess, right? Oh, I can change my appearance here. Let's What is that? Okay, I can perform my ablutions, which is what? Taking a bath? Apparently. Wow, this is... Relax and close your eyes. I wish to see someone from my retinue. You too get in here. I require company and pleasant conversations. Okay, so apparently I can take a bath and make out with people? Is that what's happening here? This is my office. Wasn't there... This is the way... Bridge, I guess, right? Little funny that it just prompted me to the office for that cutscene, but... So, Rykard Minoris. Begin scan. Extractium. A mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard template construct. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Should I have kept that blade, by the way? Anyway. Oh, this looks pleasant. The starport greets you with the din of ordnance, and the smell of explosive tickles your nostrils. It is difficult to tell through the smoke who is firing at whom. Did the governor send his personal guards? No matter. What are you standing there for, meat? Are you waiting for the rebels to blast your bucket again for good measure? I don't think you realize who I am. By all the saints, I am Sergeant Malgar, and you lot report to me now. They're in a rough spot, old man. Go easy on them. Abelard, enlighten this rabble about the proper manner of greeting the God Emperor's chosen. You stand before Rogue Crater von Valancius, you ignorant worm. Snap to attention this instant. My mistake, ma'am. At once, the starport is under the control of the governor's wardens. Perimeter commander is Sergeant... A frag grenade explosion cuts off the rest of the sergeant's words. Shrapnel flies everywhere with a piercing screech. One of the soldiers falls to the ground, clutching the remains of his forearm that is now adorned with crimson tatters. Blood is pouring out from the stump, and the soldier's agony is short-lived. The sergeant curses and hastily says an army prayer for the dead. Pardon me, ma'am. Sergeant Las Malgar reporting. My unit is holding the starport on the governor's orders. How may I serve? Some dirty dog nearly shut down my shuttle. Affirmative, your ladyship, ma'am. It's all those damned rebels. Okay. What is going on here? Unrest, ma'am. Armed rebellion in both the capital and the provinces.
My unit was here when it all went to the Groxes. The tech priests linked the satellites to reported sightings of strange void ships in the system. They were orbiting the star until one of them set course for landing on Riket Majoris. The governor took precautionary measures in order to increase security at the key facilities. Okay, the alarm was raised and we were sent to secure the starport. Okay. According to the satellites, one of the unidentified void ships circling the nearby star has landed. Okay. There is fighting in the capital, but we're holding strong. Oh, you went to Riket Minoris as soon as you could. Okay, this is interesting. What caused this rebellion? Ill thoughts, ma'am. We've fallen on hard times. The ground keeps shaking. Things keep exploding. The people are scared. They've forgotten all about their duty. And that's when those, Emperor forgive me, preachers came. They started riling everybody up. How can some pathetic rebellion be cause enough for such a lackluster welcoming ceremony? Oh, come on. That sucks. Come on. I live to serve. At the word Inquisition, the sergeant's face fills with awe. I don't know, ma'am. There definitely haven't been any visitors like that on my watch. You might have to inquire at the headquarters. As long as the rebels keep shooting, there is absolutely no way to shuttle you to the governor. It would have to be on foot. I have no one to send with you as an escort. I assign all available troops to accompany the esteemed tech priest to the governor. I will voxcast orders to them to wait for you, and I'll inform headquarters. They better send out a convoy to meet you halfway. Meanwhile, we will follow the governor's orders and hold the line here. You're a good soldier, but you've got a lot of blood on your hands, both yours and others. You know, the same hand that salutes now might falter in darkness. Rank and epaulets won't save you from the bitterness. What is going on with Idira? This is... Girl. I can't get my head around these fancy words you're saying. I've seen plenty of blood, but trust me, I'll fight till my last drop. What tech priest? A very important person from the Adeptus Mechanicus arrived on the last shuttle before they locked down the sky. He kept on asking whether anyone by the name of Amarant or Amarnat or something like that had recently arrived. Barely answered any of our questions though, said he was under no obligation to tell us anything. You're a good soldier, Malgar. I'll see that your heroism is noted. Let's go. On your travels, you will hear many rumors. Those of them that are deserving of the rogue trader's attentions are logged in a separate section of the journal. Sometimes rumors are just that, other times there is truth to them, and in some cases there may be even more. To verify a rumor, travel to the place indicated in the rumor's description. Okay. Oh, Warden of the Expanse, Lord Inquisitor Savior Kalkazar is a powerful and mysterious figure. According to the satellites, one of the unidentified void ships circling the nearby star has landed on a large uninhabited world in the system. Cool, cool, cool. So, what are we doing here? Where are we going?
Did you see that? They almost knocked us out of the air.
Oh, everybody's shooting here.
Going to regret that when he's dragged before the
Everybody
Lord
is
Adeptus
shooting
questioning
everybody.
trial.
First and foremost, let's start by looting. This is just cargo stuff.
Summary execution will be sufficient.
And then we can level up.
A little bit of humility never hurt anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
Okay. Right, what we have here, we could choose another talent, Blade Fury. Each use of slash increases the damage dealt by slash. Requires feature breakthrough. Okay. So where is breakthrough? Contempt. Desolation, easy target, enrage, thick skin. So what is breakthrough, by the way? This is Blade of Light. Force weapon attacks deal 1 more damage and have +5 to armor penetration. Enforce reality. So this is warp features, right? Obscured threat. While the Psyker is not in the target's line of sights or the Psyker is in cover. Psychic barrage. This Blade of Light sounds interesting. We're just gonna... Second sight. Biophysical distortion. All the Psyker's attacks, including attacking psychic powers, now poison enemies. This poison deals 3 toxic damage. Adrenaline surge. In the first round of every combat, all psychic powers of the Biomancy discipline cost -1 action point. This is actually nice. This is actually nice because that means I can kind of buff myself, right? Corpus conversion. What's Sanguine Siphon? Every time the Psyker deals damage, they gain 1 stack of Sanguine Siphon effect if that damage was dealt to a target adjacent to the Spiker. Okay, this is nice. Let's see what else we have here. Calculated relations, persistence of the forge, pinnacle of weaponry. These are also kind of nice. And then we have Blade Fury, which apparently requires something that's called breaking through. Breaking point. Can I somehow search for the features? Can you sort them? Probably not. Okay. Anyway. That's okay for now. Yeah, we're just going to increase the weapon skill. Here we go. And then this is Abelard. Abelard is going to get us some... Imperial World, Stronger Together, Contempt. Epicenter of Slaughter. Wasn't there like a... There was like a... Didn't he already have this kind of tank thingy where he could actually enrage people near him? Make sure that they attacked him? Give me a second. This is enrage, thick skin, easy target, desolation. Defense features, thick skin causes disengage. Let's take Epicenter of Slaughter for now and give him a little bit of toughness. And then we'll have a look at it later. I don't even, honestly, I don't know. So they have willpower, perception, intelligence. Okay. So I think intelligence might be something we can do for her, right? Or we could go for the ballistic skill and increase their ballistic skill a little bit. Next. Unnatural luck is always nice, I think. Allies under the effect of at least 1 psychic power gain an additional +7 armor penetration. Okay. Beginning of every combat, the Psyker's allies gain a +15 critical hit chance. The first critical hit removes this effect. It's kind of nice. Let's do this. And then the shooty girl is gonna get... Give me a second. Yeah, we're just definitely going to increase her ballistic skill or agility, right? Agility, ballistics. Yeah, we're going to go for ballistics for now. Come on. Next. And then after the soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies, the soldier gets plus 20% more damage for the next attack in the current combat. This is nice. This is cool. Alrighty, so we're all leveled up. There's only one way to go here, right? Basically just... Oh, shit. Let's select the whole party.
A new challenge for me.
Oh, look, there's somebody we can loot. Shotgun. Okay. Always great. Give me a second. Can I equip that? Let's do that. Oh, let's do it now. Oh, she should actually get like a... Okay. Let's do this.
Follow my lead. I won't heed your
All right.
mercy.
Here we go, folks. You can speed up animations. Okay, that's nice. So... yeah, there's a lot of people acting before me. So, where's my speedy girl? Let's go. Oh, buddy, you're gonna... There's a lot going on here, folks. Okay. Wow. Did they hit some sort of explosive and just go boom? Man. So, who we're starting with? Yeah. That shouldn't have reduced my... Shit. If I go here... Let's go. We can start charge this guy, right? Come on. Yes. Gorgeous. And then let's smack him. Oh no, don't attack me. Who's next? Argenta, Abelard, and then Adira is last. I love how you can get killed by friendly fire and how they're... What the hell is going on? They're killing themselves more often than I am doing anything to them. Can you see that? This is absolutely insane. All right, let's go. And this is gonna be fun, right? Yeah. Oh yes. Can I get another one? Beautiful. She's just the best. I absolutely love her. She's gorgeous. You guys running away from me already?
I will do my duty.
That was good.
Indeed.
You know what? I'm just gonna stand right next to you. There we go.
At your beck and call.
So we can move. This is a little bit problematic because I don't want Adira to take any damage, but
There is movement in the Empyrean.
nice.
But of course, on it.
I think we're done. Ouch! What is cocky clamor? Provoked. Okay. Uh-huh. I don't like that. Can't charge at the moment.
Already done.
Shit. Come on. No limit on weapon attacks. Yes, let's go.
Suits my purpose. Nothing of value has been lost. You didn't stand a chance.
Yes. Absolutely gorgeous. We're doing it.
Never wavered in the face of adversity.
Yep.
Not a problem.
Let's go. Do we have another attack? No, we don't. I think that was good. I think we did good. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Wow, that was bad. That did not hit anything. I hate it when that happens with the bursts. So the problem we have with the party composition right now, right, is we don't have a lot of ranged capabilities in this party. Adira is the only one right now, and she doesn't have any sort of long-ranged weaponry, so this kind of sucks. And this is not even in range, so yeah, this is a problem.
Will do.
Anyway, we're gonna get there. It's gonna be fine.
Was
We'll get there.
you or anything else?
So if I go here, can I then charge? Yeah, that looks great. Let's go. Well, to be honest,
Nothing of
yes,
has been lost.
absolutely beautiful. And we can do a little run and gun here with our girl and see what we can reach.
Guided by faith.
And then
As the Emperor commander, you can escape the Emperor's judgment.
easy.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
God, there's even a little head lying around here. Can you see that? It's part of the loot. Man. It's gnarly. I like that. Okay, what about this blind man here? My eyes, have you got them? Please give them back to me, even just one.
Shall stand in my way.
Okay. Lucky Jasper, who are you? Folks, how about you don't come any closer and I don't shoot you? Gain true vision. She just shot. Okay. You arrived in the nick of time. I don't know what those babbling creeps wanted with me, but it definitely wasn't anything good. Who are you? Lucky Jasper, the governor's aide and personal Vox operator. I was dispatched to the starport on special orders. You unharmed, soldier. All thanks to you, my lady. Those blind lunatics are all over the city by now. These rebels, damn them to the void, go around maiming anyone they get their hands and scorching their eyes. Then they leave the poor sods driven mad by the pain to wander the streets, babbling nonsense. All right. The command doesn't want anyone to talk about it, but I've heard whispers that it's not just some nonsense. It's heresy. Actual heresy. Because listening to it scrambles your brain. Made one patrolman freeze in his tracks while the blind mob got hold of him, carried him from his post off to who knows where. Following Governor Medina's special instructions, namely, oh, right, it's a secret assignment. I'm a rogue trader. Why don't I simply order you to tell me everything? Oh, so you must be from House von Valancius' ship. The starport's Augur? That's what it's pronounced? Surveillance station reported that it had detected your ship entering the system. Then you heaved to. Sent a shuttle to another unidentified ship, a very strange one at that, and then that ship departed. But the surveillance station's reports are not to be disclosed to third parties. You know that already, don't you? Well, alright. If you really are a rogue trader, I'll tell you everything. So why did they send you to the starport? I'm supposed to deliver updated Vox codes and, how should I put it, assess the situation. The planet is a real mess at the moment. The rebels have found their way out into our VoxNet and are now eavesdropping. This made proper communication impossible. The hallowed electrodynamic Xenobium has sent out a distress call before it went dark. And who even knows what's happening in the system? There's been a riot on Ricade Philia, the prison planetoid. Urek V station is silent, although the navigators there have always been a reclusive bunch. I was hoping I'd be lucky enough to run into a pilot or captain here who could give me an update, but that's hardly a possibility right now. Okay. He stops talking a little too abruptly. Tell me about Urek 5. There's not much to tell you about it. That station belongs to the novice nobility themselves. Emperor knows what they do up there, or who even lives there. They scorn ordinary folk. The only person they're willing to grace with an audience is the esteemed Evane Winterscale. That place is creepy. They say they order shuttle with servants from Rikert Menorahs on a regular basis. I guess they're too important up there to change filters and clean compartments themselves. Except, I've never met anyone who has served there. It's like no one ever comes back. There's something else you're hiding from me, isn't there? More classified secrets? It's not classified, it's just personal. There's another reason I'm here. My betrothed is missing. Raquel Vicari, the esteemed Evane Winterscale's personal pilot. When the riot reports came from Ricari Philia, Lord Evane headed there personally. Then this rebellion started down here and we lost communication. No one knows what they're doing up there. You know what I'm afraid of? That they'll come back and those rebel scumbags will shoot them out of the sky. I wanted to find a place that's high up, send up a voxcaster there and send them a transmission. The sky is closed off, don't try to land, but I didn't make it in time. Those blind dogs chased after me and I was running. I tripped and broke the caster. I worry for her. She's an excellent pilot, but I still worry. That is why all members of the Void Ship clan share the same employment. No matter how devoted a servant of the Emperor is to their duty, there's always the danger that family ties might disrupt regulations and order. Pray not for her survival, but for her honorable death. The Emperor protects my lady. If someone you love is in trouble right now, may he protect them too. Who is Yvain Winterscale? The esteemed and honorable scion of blessed rogue trader Caligus Winterscale, master of the Reichard system, at the behest of his illustrious father, or grandfather, or uncle, well, his illustrious relative, Lord Yvain took up residence on Reichard Manoris. So he's the governor, right? Oh no, he's not. Okay. Well, the governor still rules this planet, but I think he's been exiled. Okay. Well, obviously, I'm not some pessimist to say otherwise. I won't tell anyone. You really won't? Well then, if you ask me, things are pretty rotten. Those rebels are strange. Okay. And their attacks, they're so precise. It's like they know what's going to happen ahead of time. I'm looking for an interrogator. Brutally maim him. You know, I think I will punish you for disclosing classified information after all. That is... Man. This world is so pointlessly brutal. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. And there's loot up here. There's loot up here somewhere.
Excellence matters.
Written on the side of the shuttle in pilots, lowly slang are the words do not touch. Yeah, I don't care about that. Whenever the wearer hits a target with shield bash, double slug, fulminating shot, or grisly adjudication, they make a coercion test with a -40 penalty. If the wearer succeeds, the target is immobilized. Commander Cloak increases the range of officer archetype abilities by 1 cell.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay. Right. There's another loot somewhere. There's a little bit... I missed some loot. Then we can just quickly check out the armor we have received. Well, this is already something I'm wearing, right? The Mesoa pattern sword is more damage. This is a shock baton. This is a las gun. Armored body glove. This is, yeah, nothing special, right? Nothing special. Oh, I think let's move ahead. Oh, there's more rebels here. Look at that.
Take a knee and bow before me.
Let's go. Let's have some fun with rebel scum. Where group here, a group here, and a group here.
Hold on.
Did you just throw a grenade at me, buddy?
Let's get to it.
So. Okay. Those guys, they charged me like right away. Run and gun. I would have called it spray and pray, to be honest. But yeah. I mean, if I move here. Well, that doesn't work apparently. Point is, I don't want to expose her too much, right? Confused. What's the problem here? There's actually... Let's go.
This battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it.
Yes. That was gorgeous. You did good, girl.
Deeds is worthless.
Let's make it quick.
Okay, so the command is... Oh, buddy.
Let's get to it.
Was some serious...
Victory is imminent.
So I can move her over here. Is good. And then
It will be done.
we can do some proper charging
I will do my gray hair. Sure
and
hair.
cleaving.
Hold on.
Okay. Guess that guy's buffing, right? Wow. Honestly, the amount of friendly fire that kills those guys is insane.
I'll live another day.
The operative immediately inflicts one oh no, don't do that. Let's wait until we can...
Will do. Anything else?
So I think what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna give this guy one whack, which is good, and then there's no line of sight? What do you mean? Oh, come on.
I am fear incarnate.
Am I though?
Absolutely not. Nothing I can't do. You didn't stand a chance.
Shoot that guy, or that guy. That was good. That was not bad at all. Ouch!
I will take all
Holy
of you with me.
guacamole. You can use a medikit to restore your party members' wounds in battle. Yeah, maybe I should. It's actually...
Rejoice in battle.
Yes, rejoice. Jeez.
Let's get to it.
She's a bit squishy, to be honest, in comparison to Abelard. So maybe he should be the one doing all the tanking. I can't. Hold on.
Indeed. One fewer target.
Here we go. And I still... Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Very well.
Victory is imminent.
I thought that was like a provoke thing that... Holy jeez. Once a character has suffered injuries, a certain... these injuries are replaced with the trauma. Okay, got it. Shit. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, that sucks, to be honest.
They who discern the future on the battlefield. But of course.
Oh, whoa, that was... Oh, shit, that was... Oh, she has a crippled leg, which now means... Oh, shit. That shouldn't have happened, folks. Anyway, let's not... Can you use a medikit? No, she's not even capable of using a stupid medikit. Shit. Point is, give me a second here. Can I charge that guy? No, I can't. Yeah, I can. Come on. Yeah, that was good. It's actually good. And then give us a little bit of buff. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Let me help.
That was good.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Okay.
It will be done.
Still, I feel like I sucked a little bit.
Exemplary strike.
Yeah, in your face, buddy.
Hold on.
Wow, this guy is really giving me a hard time here. And I don't appreciate it, man.
On it.
24% is terrible, right? 32. Oh, come on. Let's give him a burst. Wow.
Anything else?
Let's go. Come on, let's just charge that guy.
My tactics are flawless.
That was good. Yes. Gorgeous.
Let's get to it.
I think we're okay.
I will do my duty.
Really?
Indeed.
Can I? No, I can't. But, well, I can get closer to him.
Would you look at that? What?
One fewer target.
There you are. The problem is...
Victory awaits.
We should deal with this.
Problem is... she's gonna carry that. Can be removed and fully healed on the Void Ship's bridge. This sucks. Should have made sure that... she would not have... she didn't suffer that injury. I guess it's gonna be fine, but...
Over there.
The turret was placed in a great hurry, but the Technomat never had the chance to activate it. Okay.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
An expected result. Experience? Nothing matters more. Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Okay. What are you doing here? This is the... At least we got some medipacks. But man, this is...
Nothing's impossible for this, officer.
Where does this transition to? Save first.
I rise to the occasion.
I do. Deathworld Origin Light Flak Armor. Plus 5 agility, plus 10 parry chance. Okay. Can I wear that? Yes, I can. Very well.
A new challenge for me.
Honestly, I don't know how feasible it is to say, oh, I'm just gonna go back to the Void Ship and heal and then drop back down to the planet. But honestly, that doesn't feel very realistic, right? So I'm just gonna do what the narrative thing would be and just press on and just carry that injury along and see how that goes. Oh.
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
Fire on the nearest target! Don't kill the tech priest! We need to take him alive! Hold back!
I love how every single companion that we meet is so much cooler than our main character. The man dressed in crimson should not have survived an explosion like that. However, he is alive. You hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half of his face.
Not another step.
Okay.
Flee, for I am death.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnis I am made of? Adamantine? Ah, placid.
Abelard, this is no time to lose your composure. Present me.
I identify you as a member of a high-strung
contractor belonging to rogue trader House von Valancius. I'm detecting no need for confrontation.
Oh, that's so nice.
The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers.
The tech priest stares resolutely forward, his macandrite tentacles rising gracefully around his hunched figure, which is illuminated by the flames of the smoldering remains of the machine. A tentacle-like robotic limb prosthetic surgically attached to the spine. That sounds like Doc Octopus kind of stuff. And I think I like it. Who are you? How did you manage to kill off a slew of people and blow up a sacred machine without laying a hand on it?
This was my doing.
I don't know, Pasquale. It looked like it.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
You do not even know how you caused such an explosion?
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
Okay.
I identify as Magus Pascal Hanema of the priesthood of Mars. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templar Calixis X-17.
Why do you wish to see the governor?
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location. My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and wait to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task.
Man, I hate it when that happens to me as well. It's a bummer. I get it. When people let themselves be killed by their own incompetence and complicating my task, I absolutely hate it. You must be quite devoted to your mentor to be willing to wade into this mess for him.
I identify as cessation of vital functions is an unavoidable phenomenon, and therefore an insignificant one. The doctrine of worship repudiates the fear of death.
It's a nice way of putting it.
With my mentor's words, the Omnissiah gives me the algorithm for redemption and triumphant service. I will be redeemed.
The algorithm for redemption and triumph in service.
Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
This is exactly how I initiate social interaction with people. Let's have a look at you. Let's have a look at you, Pascal. Oh, you're also an operative. Okay. What's your summary? Ballistic skill, weapon skill, strength, toughness. What is your tech use? Okay, so apparently he's good in tech use. That's intelligence, perception. Mm-hmm. Look at him. So they have an intelligence of 35. He has a toughness of 60. He's a tough little cookie. He's a little squishy. He has an intelligence of 30. Honestly, he's the smartest guy around, to be honest. So let's make sure that we use that. Origin talent, archetype talent, which is shield mastery. Fires of the Forge. Forge World characters gain a stacking plus 10 bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction. This is nice. Accelerate protocols. This is something we should be doing. Also, I think he's absolutely beautiful. He's the most beautiful boy of them all. I mean, look at him. He's able to actually wield a two-handed melee weapon in addition to the las gun because he has an additional arm. He's gorgeous. He's the bestest of boys. I love him. I mean, honestly, I'm a bit bummed that you can't, like, the main character can't be that cool, but I guess it's fine. So where are we? We're here.
None shall stand in
Attention
my way.
to detail is the key to success.
There's an additional bolter. Let me check. So he can definitely use medkits, which is good. She can't apparently because she sucks. She already has a medkit equipped. He can't use them, but he has a frag grenade, which is also kind of cool. Skirmisher boots. This is nice. This is a good idea. We can put those on.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay. Okay. What's... Can I get down or up there?
Was a worthwhile.
You're always praying, Cog. Don't you ever bore yourself? Do you even know what fun is? What about jokes, huh?
The concept of humor has been detected in the catalog. Demonstration. An ignorant layperson, a low-status candidate for servitorization, and a blasphemous organ thief walk into a bar, deprived of the undersized blessing.
He's a fun guy to be around, right? This is what we call the life of the party. Nice. Look at that. Most definitely the life of the party. Gas cloud grenade. This is... Can we sort that? Yeah, here you go. So we definitely want some frag grenades equipped. Definitely. Yep.
Victory awaits.
Honestly, still a bit bummed about Argenta. That shouldn't have happened to her. I'm so sorry. Oh man, there's... You sure the machine spirits will listen to you? I bet they're real stubborn. Quit your whinging. I've seen the tech priest do it twice. I once even brought a sensor to him. Of course they'll listen. Alert. Profane violation of the algorithm. Man, that sucks.
Follow my lead.
So, I guess what they're saying is I can activate those turrets, right? I mean, Pascal should be able to do that.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
Are you
Yeah, you know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna kick back, man. You know, just like relax. Yeah, exactly. But is that like a good idea? I mean, Abelard can go this way around here. Honestly, no, he's just gonna stay there. I don't trust these turrets, man. I've seen what they can do. Are you going though? Should you be going though? That's the question you should be asking yourself.
Suits my purposes. My time is now. Not a problem for me. All too easy. You didn't stand a chance. Nothing I can't do.
Let's just wait for the turret to do the rest of the work. This is the dirtiest kind of combat ever, but well, I guess the game is trying to teach us something here, right? What was that? Metabolic overcharge and warp speed. Okay. The target ally immediately gains an extra turn with twice. Features psychic. These are universal features. Okay. What do we have here? Endure. We already have Reckless Strike, Soar an enemy. There it is. Taunting Scream. Yeah. But I guess that's... let's start with you then. Because taunting scream is definitely something we want. Athletics, carouse. Resist negative effects, poison, stimulators, alcohol. Athletics 40. Carouse 70. Coercion, demolition. Medicaid. Let's take athletics here. So what are we doing here with her? I don't know. I literally don't know what we're doing with her. Orb features. Suppose weakness also reduces the enemy's toughness and willpower by -9. I think that's a good thing. Willpower is currently at weapon skill, ballistic skill, perception. Yeah, I was just going to do agility, right? And then what we have here, controlled shot. And the allies will automatically dodge. Oh, the soldier's next attack, which is quite nice. Yeah, entrench was kind of good, right? We like that. Yeah. Fresh target. Give me a second, I want to check something here. The weapon that you're using, that's a light melee weapon, right? That's not a melter or energy weapon. Whenever the operative attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, the attack deals 30% more damage to that enemy. I think that's a good thing for him. And we can increase his ballistic skill. And then Reckless Strike. The warrior's next melee attack gains plus 20% armor penetration, 8% damage, and ignores the target's parry. Every enemy who survives an attack enhanced by this ability will attack the warrior in return, including creatures with ranged weapons. Okay. That is kind of... Oh, I could learn pyromancy at this point, actually. Should we do that? Yeah, let's do that. Come on. Medicaid, we don't need Medicaid. Demolition, we don't need. Coercion, we don't need. Carouse, athletics. I think I suck at athletics, right? Let's take warp lore. Oh, there's some loot back there. We've forgotten. Come on.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
All right, come on. So this is where we come from, right? Can I expect some enemy contact here again? Private Camille Regia at your command. I was in the convoy the governor sent out to meet you. The convoy was ambushed by rebels. I'm the only survivor. The success to failure ratio of combat objectives completion to this world's military speaks to its subpar efficiency. I will advise the local ruler to seek my fraternity's aid in upgrading their troops to servitor maniples. What is it, soldier? Why are you so nervous? I was left alone. It's been scary waiting for you, that's why. How did you make it out alive? I don't know, I just did somehow. There's not a lot to tell. We were taught that the ungrateful rebel often rebels. Jesus, ungrateful rebel often rebels against the lawful authorities. Are you implying that it's the governor's fault? Ah, man. Well, there were rumors that it was all happening for a reason. Earthquakes, red rope problems, and then there were those weird prophets. Yeah, buddy, whatever.
It's about time.
Over there.
What is happening here? I actually don't know what cargo is used for at the moment, so... Funnily enough, I think I want Pascal at the front. Right? Where are we going here? Okay.
Operation successful.
This shuttle must be what crashed into the building and destroyed part of the street. Okay.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Are you kidding me? That was not what we wanted. The Emperor protects. Well, does he though? Kind of feels like he doesn't, right? We just really, really on it. No, is it a trap?
Take a knee and bow before me.
Man, that was... Oh god. I love how... Like, we're just 4 people, but the amount of... Let's go, come on. Let's... get everybody into cover here first. Yeah, I guess.
Let's get to it. Hold on.
That's not nice.
Let's get to it.
I mean, honestly, there's only one thing she should be doing at this point, right? And that's just blasting everyone with some... Problem is, if I blast those guys, this is gonna... And that looks reasonable. Yes. Always feel a little bad that this is like the most reasonable thing to do, but I mean, And then let's buff up our Lord Captain and ignite. Ah, nice. The target suffers damage and suffers the warp burn effect. Okay, but for now.
Already done.
I think I should go here and then charge that guy.
Forge ahead. Opposing you.
Oh, buddy.
Your biggest mistake.
Yes. So, Pascal. Let me check. If I do shift 1 here, that looks good, actually. That looks even better. Ooh, that was nasty. What does that do? I don't understand. It reduces the damage dealt from the target's attacks by 15% for 1 round. Targets with the reject the flesh feature suffer 25% shock damage. If the target is a mechanism or a machine, it suffers 50% shock damage instead. Okay. But that does not do any damage to non-machine individuals, right? There's nobody here, right? They're all down here. This is okay.
A tactically sound approach.
Well, is it though?
We should deal with this. Victory is imminent.
Wasn't so bad. Shit, there's a trap here.
Show me what you've got.
Wait, you got a flamethrower?
I'll do it. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Spraying and praying. Come on. Yes. Gorgeous. You did great.
Doubt is for the weak.
Spends all their AP and MP and gains 30% cover efficiency. There you go. Don't think there's much she can do right now. I think she could just hang back. But point is, I have somewhere to be.
Not a problem for me.
Ooh, man.
Not my specialty.
But there's nothing else I can do now, right? Yes. Absolutely beautiful.
Suits my purposes.
I think we're getting the hang of this. Point is, we gotta deactivate that stupid trap. Can I get there? How can I undo? Looks like I can't. Kind of sucks.
Request approval, that is an equation.
Really, that was...
Request denied. My vow is to serve.
I've suffered worse.
You know what? Let's just kill those guys. What does this do?
At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
Yes. Where's she going, my girl? Not going anywhere.
Scared yet?
Yeah. How about you guys hang back? If I go here, can I use... Nah, that... It's not in range. Shit. Sometimes the map is a little bit shitty, right?
Let's see how they respond to this.
Yes.
All too easy.
Problem is, I need to wait for somebody to turn that stupid trap off.
Is part of the trial. This explorator is blessed with
Perfect. Thank you so much.
as the tactical imperative dictates.
So, Abelard is running.
My place is at the fore. It will be done. We'll rule the stars themselves. Follow my lead.
Very good.
Indeed. An exemplary strike.
They're gonna take forever to get there. But I think it at least set that guy on fire, right?
I'll pass.
Shift 1, let's see. Can I get... Sucks a little bit because I want it. Pascal is my absolute favorite. He's beautiful. He has to be protected at any cost. The characteristic tendency of the planetary defense forces of Rykert Macoris to run into ambushes is not a consequence of chance or negligence. It can only be explained as some twisted variation of combat tactics. This phenomenon is depressing. How curious. This is the second squad under your lead that ended up on a rebel ambush. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Oh man, poor kid. I think Private Camille is definitely not okay. He is... That kid is definitely not okay. All right, folks. Let's quickly just loot this map.
The implant was a worthwhile investment.
And then maybe just call it a day for today, right?
I better myself through my
A new
service.
challenge for me.
Oh, you could have shot some barrels, apparently. As ordered by the planet's lawful governor to prevent recurring rebellions, all planetary guard patrols are to be doubled. I love the fact that running into ambushes and being completely incompetent is a recurring theme for Rykard Minoris and the Imperial troops on there. This is, oh man.
None shall stand in my way.
Apparently they're having a hard time. Success is measured in blood, yours and your enemies. Well, considering that metric, I think we've been very successful so far, right? Man. Look, there's a bit more. What's that? Emergency injector. When the wearer must fall unconscious, a stasis field immediately recovers THG bonus wounds instead. The wearer loses all MP but gains 30% dodge for 1 round. That is interesting. Oh, that's basically instead of a cape. Yeah, this is much cooler than a cape, to be honest, right? It kind of conflicts with the psychic staff, but I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
It's about time.
Ah, shit, wait. I think there's more rebels up ahead. Yeah, but you know what? We're just gonna save at this point and call it a day. I think this has been quite a nice little trip. And I think we're gonna wrap this up for today. I think the last half hour has been a little bit low energy. So feel like it's quite dialogue and story heavy, which I like, but I don't know. I think this has been quite a lot. I am happy that we picked up Pascal. This is fun. He's definitely, I like the dialogue banter between Pascal and Nadira. I think they're going to be quite interesting to watch together. Right now, I feel like my party is a little bit melee heavy, which is something that we need to mitigate a little bit during the course of the playthrough. But apart from that, yeah, I don't know. I think we're doing good. I think I like the setup for the Biomancer. I'm not sure whether I should have picked up the Pyromancy feat at level 6, or whether that was dumb. But I think it adds a little bit of variety to the melee builds, honestly. Right? I still don't really know what to do with Adira. I mean, whether she's just going to be fully support or whether we're going to just buff her ballistic skill a little bit and give her a sniper rifle. This is what I did with one of my earlier psychic builds, which was quite interesting. And apart from that, I think we're doing great. I'm a little bummed out that Argenta got this stupid trauma, but I think we're going to manage this map or this world fine so far. I feel like there's a couple of weapons missing that I really would like to see. But apart from that, I think... Oh, there's a Pyromancer staff. Look at that. You know, sometimes you just need to check the equipment that you have. This is nice. Yeah. Gains the Inferno ability. The ability is also available in its Heroic Act and Desperate Measure versions. Power level affects the damage of this power. Okay, this is cool. Right. So, folks, thank you very much for coming along. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving us a like and subscribing if you like. We're definitely going to play some more video games next week, probably on Thursday, back on our Final Fantasy XIV playthrough, probably doing some Moogle treasure hunts and or MSQs. We'll see how that goes. And probably some more Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader on Sunday morning. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy and play more video games, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.